All right, welcome back everyone to a ranking slash tier list type deal that I've they've just fallen off. I guess I haven't done one of these in a very long time, so I was like, why not do another one of these? Because I wanted to do all of the seasons, and I'm only up to season 6, so yeah, why not do another one of these since I haven't done one in such a long time? These are pretty chill videos. I don't really script them. I don't even really go back and watch the episodes. I just kind of do it based on like my recollection of the episode and what I liked about the episode and didn't like about the episode. Awesome. We're already getting power pop-ups. Okay, so season 6. Just my first thoughts about season 6 prior to starting the specific tier list. Well, let's say this. Also, the way this works is I do the episodes just based on how much I like the episode, and then I put the next episode above or below it until I do all 26 episodes. So we'll see what is my favorite episode of the season, number 1, and what is my least favorite episode of the season, number 26. Season 6 is the start of Starlight's story, and Starlight is my favorite character in the show. And I think they handled some things really well with Starlight's story, and I think they did some really, really bad things with Starlight's story. But I guess we'll just get into it, because why not? So, episodes 1 and 2 is the crystalline part 1 and part 2. The first episode has to start there. So this is the episode where they go to the Crystal Empire, the main 6, and Twilight and Spike, to do the crystalling for Flurry Heart, and Flurry Heart like breaks the crystal heart or whatever, and the weather is bad. But there's also the side story with Sunburst and Starlight like still trying to be like not a failure to Sunburst, and oh man, Sunburst just really sucks. I know people are fans of Sunburst, but he's such a beta male, and he's so, like, grating. I will never, ever, ever believe that Starlight should be with Sunburst. I way more prefer Starlight with Twilight, and then below Starlight with Twilight, I prefer Starlight with Trixie. That's, like, fine to me in canon, but it's not canon, but, like, that's fine to me. I just don't like Sunburst at all. I've read like fan fictions of like say Big Macintosh with like Twilight, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like that pairing a lot. It worked really well. And then like Thunder Lane, there was like a really good fanfic that Scribbler read. It was Thunder Lane with Octavia, and like that was really good. I'm just saying like there are stallions that go good with the female cast, but like Sunburst ain't it. Sunburst is a really crappy character in my opinion. I really don't like him. Which is fine, because if you read Blooming Days, my story, like I still respect him. I still give him a very important role. He's still like a very strong character, I guess you could say. And so yeah, getting back to the episode, I really don't care for the side story with Starlight and Sunburst. I really hate in these two episodes the fact that Celestia and Luna are literally just losing to weather. It's like so stupid. It's just more Celestia and Luna suck balls, and they can't do anything because I don't know. They can literally move the heavens with moving the sun and moving the earth, the moon, but like inclement weather, oh, they're screwed. If some clouds, they're boned. Like there's nothing they can do. They can fight it off for a little while, but they're just gonna get overwhelmed and die. And that's really stupid. I've always hated that. I hate that. The Sunburst and Starlight stuff is pretty mid, and the Flurry Heart like Twilight stuff is also mid. This is like one of the worst openings in my opinion. We didn't get a great villain either. Like in openings we got like Discord in that one season, and then we got like Sombra in like season 3. And then like here we get like in season 5 we got Starlight, and it's like here we just don't get anything. We got inclement weather. That's what they're fighting against, inclement weather. The first and the second episode are both. The best part is like Starlight's expressions and stuff, and seeing her new hairstyle. Thank God they gave her a new mane, like because her old mane just was really, really bad. It was so ugly. They tried to make her look a little like Twilight because she was supposed to be like the anti-Twilight. And thank God that once she reformed, they were like, yeah, just give her a different mane because her new mane is a million times better than that old crappy mane. This one, it doesn't really matter. I'd probably say that the first one is better than the second one because part one didn't have the Celestia and Luna just getting absolutely destroyed and coming in with all the Frozen and crap. Episode 3. This is like Gift of the Mod Pie, if I'm correctly. The Gift of the Mod Pie. This episode was great. I really liked the message at the end with Mod telling Pinky. It's kind of weird, like with Pinky trading the party cannon and stuff, and then like Mod getting it back. There are funny moments. Like I would say that this is one of the better episodes of the season. I only have fond memories of this episode. I don't really remember. Rarity is always welcome because Rarity is great. Who doesn't like Rarity? If you don't like Rarity, you have issues. But yeah, the Gift of the Mod Pie. I really like the ending. It's really sweet with Mod getting back the party cannon and stuff. And I think that Pinky is really annoying to me personally. Like a lot of the times she's fine. A lot of the times she's too much. Like when she's very buoyant. But like when she's with Mod, there's like that balance. And I think that they temper each other well, and I enjoy episodes with them together. Mod goes crazy later with Starlight because I think the dynamic between Mod, Starlight, and Trixie is like a million times better than any other dynamic with Mod. But this one is, I'd say by far it's better than these two starting ones. This episode is On Your Marks, and I don't know what this episode is. Oh, this is the one where Applebloom gets a song and starts dancing and stuff. This episode is like nothing. So like somebody who wrote was like, what do we do with the CMC now? They have their cutie marks. I don't know. They'll do things with each other. Is this the one where, wait, I might even be wrong. Hold on, let me look this up. Yeah, so they don't... Yeah, and then they find the one dancing, and that's it. This one is so forgettable. Like, I don't... CMC episodes after... I will say this a million times. I'm sorry, I will say this a million times. The CMC are interesting because they are trying to get their cutie marks. Episodes where they only focus on them trying to get their cutie marks are bad because... they're not going to get their cutie marks in an episode where they're trying to get their cutie marks, right? It was obvious on Crusaders of the Lost Mark with Diamond Tiara. They weren't like, let's help Diamond Tiara to try and get our cutie... They were like, this is a serious issue, and we need to help, and we need to try to do this. And that's when they got their cutie marks. Makes sense. But now, after getting their cutie marks, the writers are like, what do we do with these characters? And it's like... they'll help other people get their cutie marks. So that's much better as a plot than them themselves trying to get their cutie marks, because them helping others opens up a lot of different possible scenarios that actually make sense. Before it was just dumb, like, oh, they're gonna skydive. Oh, they're gonna like try to take her out. And it's just like, this is dumb. They're kids. It's like they're gonna discover their true talents by naturally doing things without trying to do things. And then, like, yeah, so they just don't really have anything for them, which is a perpetuation of what it was before, which is, what do we do with them? They're trying to find their cutie marks. The episodes where they're trying to find their cutie marks are boring. The way better episodes are, like, episodes where, like, Scootaloo is, like, interacting with Rainbow Dash, and she's scared of, Sleepless in Ponyville, I think. Episodes where Applebloom is interacting with her sister, episodes where Sweetie Belle is interacting with her sister, and then now it's like, oh, now they're just going to introduce, we're going to get a character of the week more than likely, like Tender Taps or whatever, and they're just going to help them get a cutie mark. And like, that's going to work sometimes with, say, like Gabby, but it's also not going to work sometimes with, say, like other characters like that one. I don't even know if that one is one. This episode's not great. This episode's not great at all. This is the episode with Amber, right? Gauntlet of Fire. Yep. So this episode is really weird. I love Ember. Ember is a great character. Like, I really, really like Ember. Thing is, Spike is not great in the show because they don't ever do things with him well. And also, like, just Spike is not... He's not... It's hard for Spike to do anything great because they try to make him important instead of him just being important. I think the best thing they did with Spike was when he saved the Crystal Empire with Twilight, because it wasn't that like they were trying to make him important. It was just he's Twilight's assistant. He's with Twilight. Twilight can't get out, and he can, and he saves the Empire, and that's great. But then they started to try to give him like his own plot lines with things, and it's just like, it's always been bad with Spike, even when Lauren had the stuff, because you have the episode with I don't know, the Phoenix. No, it was with Aloysius. It wasn't even with the Phoenix. It was with Aloysius. And when Spike was like bloodying up like the things to try and make it like Aloysius had torn an animal like into pieces, it's like, okay, so Spike is just kind of getting to get the short end of the stick, which is fair. Spike didn't really, I'm gonna say controversial things, Spike didn't really need to be in this series. Taking him out would change a lot of things, but had it originally been written without him, I don't think too much would have changed. You would have had to adjust some things here and there, but he didn't really need to exist in this series. Thing is, Ember's great in this episode, but I always remember two parts of this episode. The first one annoys the crap out of me because Ember's dad is the one who's giving up the Dragon Lord title, and he's like, you are not ready to be the Dragon Lord. And Ember's like, I'm going to test for it. And immediately in this episode, she gets knocked out of the sky, and none of the other dragons would help her. She's like in armor to cover who she is. She would have drowned. Ember would have died in the water had Spike, who is raised by ponykind, so he's kind, had Spike not been there to save her. If Spike wasn't there, Ember dies. Her father is proven right. But since since Spike is there, it's like, okay, so he saves her. The second part is the part where Spike gets the thing or whatever, and he makes... I forgot his name. The red dragon. He's like, I want you to hug every dragon you see on the way home or whatever. And he goes and he hugs the first dragon, and that dragon gets all excited. That part is really funny. Those are the two parts of that episode that I really remember. I would say that this episode is probably like here. It's much better than these three. I don't know if I'd say it's better than Gift of the Mod Pie. But I think that's a safe place to put it. Next episode we have... let's see. No Second Prances. So this is a Trixie episode. Trixie Starlight episode. I think the message here is really good. I think that I like this episode. I think this episode is great. I think that the relationship between Trixie and... I hate that people try to use the relationship between Trixie and Starlight, which is best friends. That's the entire point of them. They're really, really, really good friends, to be some sort of confirmation in canon that they like each other. I don't get any vibes whatsoever of Starlight liking Trixie from any Starlight Trixie episode at all. Like, Starlight to Trixie to Starlight seems to be that annoying dunce friend that you still love so much because they are a dunce and you're trying your best to not be a jerk and tell them you're a dunce. Just there's like clearly a step down. I like the ship, but I hate that people try to act like canon somehow like alluded to the ship at all. But this episode is great. It shows the whole like controlling aspect of Twilight. Twilight's not technically wrong. She is wrong, but she's not. It's hard with Trixie because it's really just bad writing, because at the end Trixie did ask for forgiveness and there was a genuine like Twilight forgiving her, and then they were like, we just need conflict for this episode. So then they were like, yeah, let's have Twilight be like not trusting in Trixie, and that's annoying. But I think overall it's like a fun episode, and I don't think it's bad. I would say this episode probably hits around like right here for me. Love Starlight all the time, but I think she's handled a lot in weird ways. And I really don't like the vindictiveness of Twilight in this episode, and I really don't like how they handle Celestia in this episode too, with her just going to the thing. She doesn't say a word because I guess what's her name wasn't in studio to record any lines. Yeah, it's not a terrible episode, but it's not like my favorite of the season. Next episode is Newbie Dash. This is the stupid one where, yeah, it's where her teammates call her Rainbow Crash. This one is just dumb. It's like, it's just really dumb. Like, they're adults, right? Spitfire is an adult and Rainbow Dash is an adult at this point, and it's like, I really don't appreciate you calling me this name. Don't do it. And an adult is going to be like, yeah, all right, that's fine. But it's not. Like, it's just accept the name because we all got nicknames. And it's really weird because adults should act like an adult. Adults should act like adults, right? If an adult comes up to you and they say, I don't appreciate you doing this thing, please don't do it, then okay, I won't do it. It shouldn't be much more difficult than that, but this episode tries to paint a picture where it's like, no, it's all in good fun, it should be fine, and Rainbow Dash episodes aren't great. Wonderbolt's episodes tend to not be great. It's just not a great episode. I'd put this one here. What is this episode? A Heartwarming Tale. This is the one where... Yeah, okay, so this episode I used to like really just dislike because I think it's a bad retelling of A Christmas Carol. I got into it when I posted my short on this. Some crazy freaking person tried to yell at me and tell me it wasn't that A Christmas Carol wasn't about Scrooge being like greedy with money. It is. I'm not trying to argue that point with really dumb people. So like this episode wasn't great to me, but then like the part where Starlight, it's not Starlight, it's like Scrooge Starlight or whatever, but she like, I think she takes Diamond Tiara's thing and she throws it at her in that song, just that song. Like, I don't care for any other songs. I really, really, really think Luna's song is not good at all. People who are like, yeah, this is a jam and it's so good. It's like, I don't know when you would listen to this song, but it is not in front of normal people, and it's like very, very, very not even like, it's just like really not a good song. Like, it is a good song for what it is. In the flow of the play of this episode, it is fine and it does what it is supposed to do. But man, it is not a song you would listen to outside of the show. And if you would, it's alone. And if you would listen to this with other people, you probably have problems. But yeah, the Starlight song is really funny. It really makes her like an evil douchebag, and that's great. Like, I like how she's an evil douchebag in the thing. But the rest of the episode is just kind of a not great retelling of A Christmas Carol. Again, A Christmas Carol's message is don't be greedy and only care about money. And this one's message was don't work too hard and only care about working. You shouldn't only care about working, that is true, but working hard is a thing that everyone should have as a virtue. People should work hard. That is good. So this one probably falls into, like, for me, like right here. All right. No, it's not. There it goes. Is this Ponyville whatever Confidential? Oh no, this is Saddleville Review. Yeah, this is the one. This is one of the funniest episodes in the freaking show. There are so many funny parts in this episode. The Pinkie Pie part where like the Pinkie double is behind her. Dude, I can't even remember all of the parts in this episode. Like, this is a really, really funny episode. You have like the sweep, sweep, sweep part where Twilight's doing the music. There's like a really funny part that I just don't remember. I really, really want to go look it up because it's like really funny, but I just don't remember. It has to be Pinky where she says something or does something, and like it's really funny. But this episode is amazing. This is one of my favorite episodes in the entire show. We get like Vinyl Scratch in it too. It's the format of it is really interesting because it's like that TV show type interview thing where they're like interviewing them at the restaurant or whatever. This is probably up to this point probably my favorite episode. I really it's not often in MLP that the comedy I think works like just all of it works. And I think in this episode all of the funny parts work. I think even the Rainbow Dash has like she's put in charge of the 3 people to pick one of them to like be the fabric person or something, and like even the way Rainbow Dash handles it in that part, it's really funny. I only have fond memories of this episode. It's really that good to me. Next one, Applejack's Day Off. This one is not great at all. This one feels like Applebuck season done again, just differently. Applejack is supposed to go with Rarity to the spa, and like in the spa there's like a problem and Applejack doesn't relax. She helps to fix it, and then like they go back to the farm and Twilight and Spike are supposed to be doing the chores for Applejack for her to relax, but Applejack is like you guys have to do it just so, like just specifically this way, and like it's really like elaborate and pointless, and Twilight's like, why don't we just do it this way, or Spike is or something, and like the whole message is don't stick to tradition just because you've always done it that way. Like sometimes like you could do things like more efficiently if you step back and examine the way you're doing it, and that's a good message, but it's essentially like the episode seems to just be sometimes you got to step back, relax, and like don't be 100% work oriented, and that's fine. This is a good message of this episode, the heartwarming, where it's like wanting to work too hard is evil. No, it's not evil, but you should relax. Like you should take time off. Pushing yourself too hard can result in very bad things. But this episode, yeah, it just feels like a redo of Applebuck season, and not a very good one. So what is this? Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. Oh, Flutterbrudder. Zephyr Breeze sucks. He's such an annoyance. They handled him better in the comics, but the comics aren't canon, so I guess there's no point in even mentioning that. Here he's just an annoying thing. He just is very flirtatious with Rainbow Dash, and it's like, that's creepy. She doesn't like it. Why is no one saying anything? If I was Fluttershy, especially, like if my sister was flirting with my male friend and my male friend was like, I really like, get away from me, I'd be like, dude, stop. Like, what are you doing? That's not cool at all to my sister. And Fluttershy is never just like, yo, Zephyr, stop. Rainbow Dash doesn't like you and you need to stop. And then like this never even leads anywhere. Zephyr is just an annoying jerk, and then he graduates from main college or whatever, and it's like, okay, cool, so now he's going to be a main stylist. Nope, in season 9 they're just like, he's a guard now. And it's like, well then what was the point of this entire episode? Like this episode, watching it in present time, it's just like, oh, Zephyr Breeze is annoying and grody and he's gross. And then going to an overall of the entire series thing, it's like, oh, Zephyr Breeze is an annoying, grody, gross, and he's still grody and gross in season 9, and he also didn't even become a main stylist, so his entire development in this episode didn't matter at all. So yeah, this is, I'd put this episode like pretty far down. Zephyr is that bad to me. He is disgusting, and I don't. It's crazy too, because if you go research, it's like, well, one of the writers mirrored Zephyr Breeze off of his brother or something, and it's like, dude, if your brother's that grody and he's flirting with women like that, and you're not saying anything about it, you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. Yeah, that's a really, I don't dig on that episode. Spice Up Your Life. Holy crap. Spice Up Your Life is really good. Crap. Spice Up Your Life is really good. I really like Coriander or Mythol. I like the female pony. Her design is great. I think she's wonderful looking. The song is amazing. I love Bollywood movies. Rob Nabana de Jodi is one of the best. Wake Up Sid is really good too. They're really old because I'm really old, but oh well. Pinky, Rarity are great. Rarity is just completely wrong here because she's trying to be the whatchamacallit, and I love that Pinky is right here. This episode is phenomenal. I'd probably put this right now, like with no hesitation, at the very top. I think it's really, really, really well done. Everything is well done about it. I don't have any complaints about the moral. Spice Up Your Life is just really, really, really good. Good original character, good music, good dynamics between the main six, Rarity and Pinkie Pie. Just good everything. Good moral, good everything. It's a phenomenal episode. One of the best in the entire series, in my opinion. Stranger Than Fan Fiction. This is the one with what's his name? Oh yeah, Quibble Pants. So Quibble Pants here sucked balls, in my opinion. Quibble got really, 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 really much better in Season 9 when they introduced his wife and stuff. But here, Daring Do sucks. I'm sorry, I don't... There's so much about Rainbow Dash and her... everything that sucks. Like, Rainbow Dash, Daring Do stuff sucks because they made Daring Do real, and, like, it's just like, this is stupid. And then, like, Rainbow Dash, Wonderbolt stuff sucks. It's like, you made her a Wonderbolt too early. I can't. Quibble Pants is annoying. He's like, Patton Oswalt can be annoying a lot. They use him as an annoying character a lot. This one, I just don't. I'd say it's like right here. Yeah, I don't like Daring Do. I like Dash. I don't like Daring Do. I don't like Daring Do. There's never been a moment where I was like, oh, Daring Do is cool. From the first moment Daring Do appeared, I was like, oh, it's just Indiana Jones. And then, like, that's it. It's just like, oh, Indiana Jones is real. And it's like, yeah, this is... I don't care. I don't care. I've never even seen the Indiana Jones movies. That should be enough to tell you about how much I care about Indiana Jones in a nutshell. And Pony Indiana Jones is not going to... If I don't even watch regular, real-life human Indiana Jones, then I'm probably not going to care about Pony Indiana Jones. And I don't. What is this next one? Let's see. The Cart Before the Ponies. This is the one where... the three of them build the... It's where the CMC build a cart and the older ponies take control. This is like a... I don't know if I'm misremembering in my brain or what, but I remember this happening in so many like different cartoons. I'm almost certain there is an episode of King of the Hill where Bobby has to build like a raft or something. And then, like, Hank starts building the raft, and then he goes all crazy and starts doing it more than how Bobby wants it to be done or something, if I remember correctly. This is just that stereotypical episode where then they realize, oh, I wasn't listening to my younger ward or whatever, and I was just doing it all by myself. And, yeah, it's a fine message. Like, I don't really know who it's supposed to be to, because if MLP is supposed to be towards kids, then it's not towards them. And if it's supposed to be with the growing kids, they probably aren't helping young kids build carts. So, like, if you're like 14, or maybe you are. I mean, you could have younger brothers and sisters. That makes sense. But this episode is just fine. I put this episode like right here. Like, it's nothing special. It's kind of just that stereotypical story that always happens. In if I'm remembering correctly. 28 pranks later. Holy crap. I think they just wanted to make a 28 days later reference. Or a 28 weeks later reference. Or a 28 years later reference. Yeah. This is a parody zombie type deal where they're teaching Rainbow Dash a lesson. Rainbow Dash is a jerk in this episode. She's scared Fluttershy, which is absolutely amazing for her character development, because in season 1, Pinkie Pie was like, you don't prank Fluttershy, she can't take it, and Rainbow Dash was like, you're right, and she didn't. But then in this season, she was like, screw it, I'm gonna prank Fluttershy because I just feel like it. I'm sure that the writers were just like, I don't care, I'm going to do this. And it's like, okay. I don't know how you go from a character like Pinkie and Rainbow, you go from them not being too close, because contrary to what the stupid episode says in season 7, when Celestia is like, they knew each other, they did not know each other. That is horrendous retconning. The main 5 did not know each other before Twilight came. Twilight was the catalyst that brought them all together. That is obvious from season 1. When season 1, Pinkie like is pranking stuff, and Rainbow Dash is like, Pinkie, I didn't know you liked pranks. And they would have known that if they were close, if they love pranks this much, and they do, and it just doesn't make sense. But anyways, I love how in season 1, Pinkie and Rainbow start pranking together, and Rainbow Dash grows closer to Pinkie because they're pranking together, and they're close enough for Pinkie to be like, we don't prank Fluttershy because she can't handle it. And Rainbow Dash is like, you're right. I love how that doesn't result. After these years, these 5 years, Rainbow Dash, instead of being like, I understand Fluttershy better and I understand that she doesn't like being pranked, so I won't do it, Rainbow Dash just goes, screw it, I'm gonna prank. And it like makes no sense as a character. It just makes Rainbow Dash look like a giant jerk, and it's terrible for the develop. And then the episode is they have to get Pinkie to prank Rainbow Dash because Rainbow Dash is pranking people. But in season 1, it was already shown that Pinkie Pie was like, Rainbow Dash, don't prank this person because it's not good. And Rainbow Dash was like, yeah, you're right. But now here, Rainbow Dash is like, no, I'm going to prank everybody. I don't care. I'm crazy, and I'm just going to do whatever I want. And it's just like, dude, you're just regressing the characters for the sake of writing the plot of this story. And that's what happens with a lot of the later episodes, and that's really, really bad writing. I don't really care for this episode. There's nothing I really remember about it except for Rainbow Dash being a giant jerk to Fluttershy at the beginning. And that's it. I remember the part where they're in the barn or whatever, and they have the, like, rainbow face, like, mouth things and whatever. Like, it's just kind of there. It's another one of the... Rainbow Dash, like, really, really, really gets included in a lot of the bad episodes. She's... Just look at this. This one's going to go about, like, right here. And it's like, Rainbow Dash episode, Rainbow Dash episode, Rainbow Dash episode. Rainbow Dash in this season got, like, really, really, really short into the stick. And holy crap, we're coming to this episode, and the times they are a changeling, this episode really sucked. This is like, I don't even have to, like, oh man. I'd put this episode, like, right here. Spike already doesn't get great episodes because they try to make him important, and he just doesn't need to be in this series. And Thorax is a terrible character. He's literally... They look at this. This is episode... What episode is this? There's 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 16. This is episode 16 of 26, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is episode 16 of 26. They are only introducing Thorax here so that Thorax could be the catalyst as to how Chrysalis is beaten in episode 26. Because minus Thorax, minus there being a changeling that can literally make all of the changelings change to good, this is not a plot. They don't have a way for Starlight to beat Chrysalis. And when you introduce a plot this important 10 episodes before when he needs to be used as the Deus Ex Machina to solve the problem, the main problem of the entire season, that's not good writing. Then you have, like, Spike singing a song, and good God, the song is so cringe. Again, if you listen to this song, you're a weird person. No offense, sorry. I'm weird too in different ways, but you probably get into a room of normal people, and they will look at you and be like, that's a weird person. Something wrong with that person. Thorax is another beta. He's literally the king of the changelings by the end of this season, and he's still just like, I don't know, I'm not sure. They really, really, really The whole male aspect in all of MLP is really, really played to a sense of like, all of these are like really, really, really lame, except for Big Macintosh. I think Big Macintosh was handled well, but then they put him in a dress, and they were like, he dresses like a woman, and it's just like, dude, oh, I don't know. This episode's not great. It's just to introduce a plot point so that this episode can actually resolve without actual conflict. Thorax is a terrible character. Spike is fine, but when they make him the focal point of an episode, it tends to not work out. Next one, Dungeons and Discords. This is just Hasbro wanting to advertise Dungeons and Dragons. People like Discord references. This episode is meh. It really is really bad because they're like, oh yeah, boy time. I'm sorry. I have never in my life been like, I need to have guy time. If there is a girl around, that's stupid. I've hung out with girls a bunch. I've like been with like women around women. Women are fine. Women are no different than men in the sense of like, they can be cool. They can like cool things. They can like girly things. They can like boyish things. Guys can like girly things too. I don't understand the even purpose behind this episode, because it's like, oh, Spike and Big Mac hang out they're guys and it's guys night and Discord is a guy, and it's like, bro, if I'm gonna go play Magic the Gathering and there's girls there, cool. Hope your deck is good because I'm gonna freaking wreck you. If I'm gonna go play video games, hope there's whoever is good. So let me mention my play groups. My playgroup for Magic the Gathering is 3 guys and 2 girls. My playgroup for video games is 3 guys and a girl. Separate people. These are not the same people. I've played in playgroups for cards and stuff like Dungeons and Dragons with women. That's not... When you do things like this episode and you're like, yeah, it's just guys and blah blah blah, it's dumb. It's just dumb. Like, why are we still doing this as if guys are separate from girls, and they go and they're like, oh, we're gonna do stuff by ourselves, just guys. I'd put this like right here anyways, because honestly, these episodes are like really bad. Like, this one is really not, and this one is just, because of Zephyr Breeze, it's super grody. Buckball season. Yep. Giving a plot to snails. Exactly what I cared about. I was like, man, who's a character that needs more development? Snips and Snails? No. Snips and Snails sucked when they first started out. They were annoying. They are weird stereotypes. I don't even know what Lauren was thinking with Snips and Snails. Pinky is cute in this episode. That's like the only positive I could think of. Not a great episode again. Buckball is like, I don't understand why so many of these things, like especially MLP, like you look like, I just read that comic where it was where they go to the Griffin place and they have that other like sport, and it's like, why are you always, all you writers, like, I want to write about a sport. Why? It's not even gonna, like, you're gonna have like a couple of episodes, like I think there's 1 or 2 more episodes with this, and it doesn't really matter. Buckball isn't anything, and it doesn't develop the world of Equestria. It's just really, really pointless, and I don't understand why they do that. Like, think of Quidditch, right? In like Harry Potter. And look at how important Quidditch is as far as like how much time J.K. Rowling spent on it. Like, you know all the rules, you know like the teams, you know like there's a world team, you know they go to the Quidditch World Cup and all of this other stuff. Like, it's very, very big in the world of Harry Potter. This is like just we're gonna do a one-off with Buckball and it's gonna be nothing, and it's just like, why? This is like, I'd put this one like right here. Just a nothing burger episode. Like, from here down, Yeah, from about here down, it's just like nothing burger episodes. But I mean, these ones are pretty decent. I mean, these three are incredible episodes. I'd say these two are best in the series, like high, and then like these three are like fine. This one is good. I think this one is really good, and then these two are fine, and then these ones are okay. But like these are like not good at all in this season. Gabby, this is the Gabby episode, The Fault in Our Cutie Marks. I think this episode would suck if not for Gabby. I don't even know what this is. I can't even remember from the picture. But regardless, I'd put this one probably here. Gabby carries this episode. I think Gabby is a great character. I think Guild is a great character too. I think they could have done great. I think what's his name is a great character too. The Griffin in the Young Six. Like the Griffins are pretty great as like overall as the characters, like the ones that they introduced. I think the Griffins are pretty solid as characters, and I think Gabby is great, and I think Gilda is great, and I don't remember the Young Six's names. I'm sorry. Like Silverstream, I think is the only one that I like the most, but like I like the dude too. If this episode wasn't, if this episode didn't have her, it would be not great. Again, CMC episodes are kind of pointless. Once it really sucks. They removed Diamond Tiara. She was the main like villain for the CMC, and then like once they solved her and made her good, they literally removed her from the show as far as any sort of relevance. And then they just started having the CMC do other things, and then it was like, who really cares about the CMC doing other things? And I'm sure there are people. When I say who really cares, I don't mean nobody cares. I mean, like, a lot of people, not the majority, but a lot of people don't care about the CMC. A lot of people only care about the main six. A lot of people only care about the sisters. A lot of people only care about the CMC too, but a lot of people don't as well. And I just don't think they really had a direction to take the CMC post finding their cutie marks. Viva's Lost Pegasus. Oh, this is the one with the really creepy, ugly-looking ponies. Siegfried and Roy, like they did up like Siegfried and Roy ponies, and I don't. This is trash. This is like down here level, like here, like. I don't even remember anything from this episode except for, like, if I read, there's, like, a guy named Gladbane. The Flim Flam brothers are in it again, and it's just like, dude, the Flim Flam brothers should not be here anymore. You removed Diamond Tiara after they solved Diamond Tiara, but you keep bringing back the Flim Flam brothers this much? Yeah, no, it's, every little thing she does, this is just really dumb Starlight. It's either really dumb Starlight or really dumb Twilight. I forget. There's a part at the end where, like, Starlight is really dumb in this episode, I think. If I remember correctly, it's Starlight that's just really dumb. Because, like, Twilight's like, spend time with my friends. And Starlight's like, I'll put them on autopilot and make them do the thing. And that's me spending time with them. Starlight is just really dumb in this episode. It's a really dumb episode. It's not... I can't remember ever wanting to go back to watch this episode, and I love Starlight Glimmer. I love her so much. Just because Starlight is in it, I'd put it like... here? I don't know what this episode is. What is this? I gotta go back and look. Okay, hold on. Because that episode is bothering me. What is that episode? So, Crystalline Part 1 and Part 2 are these two. Gift of the Mod Pie is here. On Your Marks is the CMC one. Gauntlet of Fire is this one. No Second Princess is this one. Newbie Dash is this one. A Hearthwarming Tale is the Christmas one. Saddle Row Review is them walking in. Applejack's Day Off is Rarity and Applejack walking. Flutter Brudder is the two of them. Spice Up Your Life is up here. Stranger Than Fan Fiction is the one in this one in the place. The Cart Before the Ponies. Oh, is that the Cart Before the Ponies? Yeah, that's not No, I'd probably say this episode is better than The Cart Before the Bunnies. Is that A Cart Before the Bunnies? 28 Pranks Later. The Times They Are a Changeling is the Spike one. Dungeons and Discords. Buckball Season is this one. The Faults in Our Cutie Marks is this one. No, this is Viva Las Pegasus, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, this Starlight episode isn't great. Another one that's not great. Starlight is so easy to write, and they sometimes just, yeah. Pony Point of View, holy crap, this episode sucks. I put that error right here. It competes heavily for this because they're just, like, lying. And then, like, from the whatchamacallit of, like, some of the comments that I got, some people even try to justify. Like, I got comments on my short that I said that it's really bad because they're just lying. No, that's their perspective. Yeah, except your perspective can be wrong. And if you are purposely skewing your perspective for your own sake and not looking at things objectively, you are wrong. That is bad. And they do that in the thing. It's like, you guys know your friends and you're viewing them like this. Why are you viewing them like this? Oh, it's just your perspective. No, you're wrong. And you need to rethink the way that you're thinking because you are objectively... Oh my god, this episode sucks too, balls. This episode sucks really, really bad. They handled it really, really poorly. And then Where the Apple Lies is freaking really, really bad too. Applejack was just a huge liar when she was young. Stupid. That's stupid. That's so stupid. I just hate this episode. And then she learned that lying is not bad. Yeah. So, like, what? Did her parents die when she was 5 or Granny Smith not teach her that lying was bad? It's just really stupid, and it just makes her look really, really bad as a character. I really, really hate the Derpy thing with her getting surgery on her eyes, because the message with Derpy should be there's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes we have quirks and disabilities and stuff, and it doesn't make us any less of a person, but that's a whole nother thing. I got so much guff for that because people are stupid about Derpy too. I don't want to deal with that crap. Y'all are dumb. Seriously, I'm not going to argue with you if you're stupid. I think the best part of this episode, honestly, is what's her name? Not Filthy. Spoiled Rich. I think young Spoiled Rich looks really good. I think she's a very, very good looking character. That's like the only thing I remember from this episode. This episode sucked as much as this episode sucked. Oh my god. There's no way. Oh, okay, no, this is Top Bolt. Okay, so Top Bolt is one of my favorite episodes in this entire season 2. Top Bolt, I'd say, is one of the best episodes in the series again. That's an easy top 3 for me. Spice Up Your Life. The whatever, the one where they're doing the interviews and the thing, and then Top Bolt. I really like Vapor Trail. I think she looks amazing. I think this is a good message on not being a liar again to your friends and not letting their ego take them to places that they shouldn't be. Even Dash is kind of tolerable in this episode. Twilight is amazing all the time. I love Spitfire in this episode. There are other characters in this episode that are great designed. The one heart person, I forget, or heart pony, I forget her name, but her design is really, really great, and I really, really like it. But I really, really like Vapor Trail's design. I like the episode. I like everything about this episode. These 3, just by far, easy, like, top 3. And then we get the freaking finale, and the finale is... Oh man, the finale. To Where and Back Again is... I don't know what to say about To Where and Back Again. It's such a freaking stupid premise. Like, if you think about anything at all, these 2 episodes are just really, really dumb. And like, people will say, well, then don't think about it. I can't do that. I'm not an idiot. I can't just not... Like, I'm not just gonna let things slide of something I love. And I love MLP, so you have, like... immediately... Celestia, Luna, Cadence, Shining Armor, Flurry Heart, all of the main 6, they're captured by Chrysalis. How? We're not going to tell you. Really? you're just gonna be like, all of the princesses have been captured. The elements of harmony have been captured. The prince of the Crystal Empire has been captured. Oh, changelings just went in and got them out, and that's it. What? What the crap are you talking about? You have to explain a plot point that no, they don't. They never do, and we never do get an explanation. Then you have really stupid crap. Like Luna in the dream realm delivering a message to Starlight and being forcibly pulled out of it by the changelings. When did this happen? Did Chrysalis capture Luna, and Celestia apparently didn't put them in pods? Luna had a chance to dream walk, talk to Starlight, and be physically pulled out of the dream walk, because that's not a spell apparently. And then Chrysalis was like, oh, we need to pod her now. It's just so stupid. Then we get the chair. We get the freaking chair. We get Chrysalis's throne because Discord is an issue. It's like, Discord has been gone for all of the major things except for Tyrek, where he turned on the main six, but he was gone for all of the other things. And it's like, so what are we going to do about Discord? There's a chair and it just negates all magic. Okay, well, I guess that's good writing. How do we solve the character that literally can snap a claw and change reality? We'll just have a chair that stops that. Okay, so how is the person with the chair gonna lose? Well, their entire nation just turns on them. Okay. Like, this is stupid. Despite all of that, I still love Starlight here. She is still an amazing leader. It's arguable from this episode that Starlight is a better leader than Twilight. Because Twilight leads her friends. And leading your friends isn't that hard. Your friends trust you and they love you, and they will put their faith in you and do the right thing when you lead them. That is what Twilight does. She leads her friends, and that makes sense. Starlight here had Trixie, who was her friend. Fine, but Thorax and Starlight aren't friends at this point, and Starlight and Discord aren't friends at this point, and Starlight had to lead all of them with no magic and with literally, like, it doesn't lend it well to Starlight because I want to make her sound good as a leader, right? But it's just so stupid. Like, this plan shouldn't have worked. They should have gotten obliterated by Chrysalis. Chrysalis should have immediately saw freaking stupid idiot, what's his name, Thorax. Chrysalis should have thought Thorax and just been like, we can't get love off of you because you're a changeling. Bow, shot him in the head with a blast, dead. And then it's like, okay, you're done, we won. But no, it's just really, really bad writing. I love Starlight, but oh man, anybody with a brain that watches this episode for like 5 seconds would be like, yeah, this is just really, really, really stupid. The entire everything about it is just nonsensical, and it sucks because this is what I wanted to say. This is Starlight's story, and instead of letting her develop over a few seasons, they wanted to make her a hero of all of Equestria already in just one season. Just last season, in season 5, Starlight was the villain trying to brainwash ponies into being equal, and then trying to essentially destroy Equestria. She wasn't trying to, she was just trying to break up the main 6, but right, that's why she stopped, because she was like, I don't want to destroy Equestria. But regardless, she was a villain, kind of. She's kind of just a jerk. And then, one season later, they are trying to make her already a hero of all of Equestria. Thing is that, let's see, episodes featuring Starlight here. 1 with the Trixie one. This one kind of you could say, but it's not Starlight. It's Christmas Starlight. The two, these don't even star Starlight. She's just kind of in a side position talking with Sunburst. So you have one fully featuring her, and then two where she's kind of like a third of the story. I'd say like a half maybe. You have this one where Twilight is teaching her about being friends with the main six. And that's it. So we went from Starlight is and I always will disagree with this, but this is what we're presented with, a major villain in season 5, episode 26, to 2 episodes featuring Starlight and kind of having her half in the opening, and then immediately pushing her into the role of the savior of Equestria as the leader of a ragtag group of whatchamacallits. And that sucks. Because Starlight deserved so much more than that. She should have gotten way more development, and she should have maybe done this in season 7 at the end of it. Like, oh my god, Shadow Pony crap. Shadow Pony crap shouldn't have happened. This should have happened in season 7, but it should have happened a lot more sensically with an actual villain that wasn't Chrysalis, where Discord, something happened to him, and he could no longer use his powers. It still would be a Deus Ex Machina like Grogar's spell and stuff, but like, Discord is just overpowered, and the writers, it's just the John Delancey thing. A lot of people disliked my John Delancey video. I'm not saying John Delancey sucks. I'm not saying Discord sucks. I like John Delancey way more than I like Discord, and I like Discord enough to be like, yeah, he's fine. John Delancey being Q and Lauren Faust loving that is kind of detrimental to MLP as a whole and the storytelling that it is, because it's the same way when people who want to write a good fan fiction or story themselves look at something that they really loved and they go, I don't care how this affects the story, I want to put that in my story. That does hurt storytelling. I'm sorry if you don't think so, but that is the truth. It does. And Discord being John Delancey and basically being Q does hurt the story overall of MLP. These 2 episodes, I still wouldn't say they're trash. They're not garbage, because I just love the animation. I love the dynamics between Trixie and Starlight. Thorax sucks, but I do like the dynamics between Starlight and Discord, especially because Discord is wrong 90% of the time, 100% of the time, and Starlight has to deal with that crap, and I feel bad for her. Starlight is just amazing. She carries anything she's in. That's why this episode, which isn't even a great episode, is still this high. That's why these 2 episodes, which aren't great episodes, are this high. Because even like here, like this is the cutoff point. Well, I'd say like right here is the cutoff point for like episodes that are like, okay, these are acceptable. And then these are just garbage episodes. I'd put these 2 together like right here, and I'd say that is the cutoff point. I'd say these 2 episodes, while being really, really, really dumb and really, really, really grating on the lore and just how things work in Equestria and the villains and stuff, it's still an enjoyable watch. It's still good animation. Starlight is still amazing. I still love seeing her. I still love seeing her do things. It's just that Starlight hard carries. I just, even these pictures, I love looking at her hair, her little curl that happens there, her smiles, her worried faces, the way she sits down. Starlight just hard carries. But this is definitely where I'd have these. Top 3 to spice up your life. Ponyville Gazette or whatever. I don't remember. I'm going to say Ponyville Confidential, but that's the CMC episode. The whatever thing. And then Top Bolt. These 3 episodes are phenomenal this season. And then we get some enjoyable episodes. I'd say the enjoyable episodes end about like not, but by enjoyable I mean I would recommend like, oh, these are great. Like here this is great. This one is pretty good. This one is pretty good. This one is fun for the song a lot. This is where it's kind of like, okay, these are all right. These are fine episodes. I don't really hate these episodes. And then these episodes are just like these up to like here. Yeah, probably like here. These 5 are just like, I don't really care for these episodes at all, and they're not great. And then these are just hot garbage, absolutely awful episodes. Would I delete these if I could? Let's see. Yeah, I'd probably delete these 5 episodes, 6 episodes if I could. I don't think they're good at all. But these 3 are gems. 3 of the best episodes in the entire series, and the season overall, I'd say, is better than it is worse. Like I said, these 15 episodes are you should at least watch them once. These ones you should at least watch once. These ones are fun to watch again. This one because of the song. This one because Ember is amazing and it has a really funny moment. This one because Trixie and Starlight are great together. This one because the moral is fun and Maud is fun. And then these 3 I just watched infinite times because they're amazing. These episodes are just like, they don't harm the series too much, but they don't do anything great for the series. And then these ones are just bad, and I don't think they should exist. But yeah, that's going to be my top, like, my rankings for the season 6 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. As far as the season itself goes, I'd say season 6 is pretty solid. Having way more pluses than minuses is good. Season 7 is really good. There's a lot of bad episodes in season 7, but I think season 7 is probably my favorite. Season 8 and 9 are not great. Season 3 is too short to gauge. Season 4 and 5 is pretty good. I'd say this sits at probably about in the upper middle. It's not one of the worst seasons. It's a bit better than mid. But it's not, like, incredibly, like, high up there. Like, it's not season 1. It's not season 7. It's not, I think, like, season 3. Season 2 was really good. Season 2 had Discord. Season 2 had Chrysalis. Season 2 had, like, the last roundup. Season 2 had, like... Yeah, I'd say that this is a little bit above mid. Probably, like, top 4 seasons. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed hearing me just talk if you watched the whole thing. Share your comments in the comment section. I'd love to argue with you and tell you why I think you're wrong. Or just say, yeah, you're right. I agree with that, which is what I do most times because there's no reason to argue with people. Everyone has opinions and that's all there is to it. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you on the next one, and hopefully I have a bit more of a produced video. I kind of wanted to take a break after making the Hasbro video because I think it did really well, and I take breaks every time I think I did a really, like, hard-working video. Then I just kind of do, like, fun videos like this and, like, the Let's Plays and stuff. And my next, like, more majorly produced one should be coming shortly. I was thinking about doing one on the future of MLP and what we can expect from it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you later.